Alright, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be a little bit of a different video today, okay? As some of you may know, a few years ago, about 4 years ago now, I imported an MR2 Turbo, an SW20 Turbo. Over the years, we've done a bunch of videos on that car. But here we are in 2020. Lots of things have changed earlier this year. We went to Japan, but now the borders are closed and we can't really travel anywhere. Usually, we'd be going to LA in like January, February, and go shoot cars for a month, right? That's been our last couple of years, and various other cities in the States. But because COVID has kind of locked us down for, I mean, at the very minimum, the rest of the year. So what I'm thinking here is, I mean, I got rid of the MR2. I'll just say it now. I've had a great time with that car. Had that car for about 4 years. And then I had one before that for another like two and a half years. So it's been like 5 or 6 years with an MR2 Turbo as my daily driver. And things needed to change. Something needed to change, right? So over the winter, this new car that I've imported, that I will reveal to you in just a moment, is going to really kind of transform the channel over the winter, and it's going to provide a lot of content, but at the same time we're still going to shoot all the big modified car features that you guys have come to expect from the channel, but as well we're going to be spending a lot more time here at Autodromo Racing and Development in Richmond with Sid, Will, Kuma, Justin, and Shane, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So over the next few months, that's kind of what you can expect. But back to my MR2, lots of fun with that car, you know. It's my daily driver. I drove it all around Vancouver for 4 years, went to the island a bunch of times, went to the Okanagan, ripped the roads very quickly over in Kelowna, Soyuz, and I also drove it down through Washington, Oregon, California, down to LA, back up through Vegas. Really got to know that car, especially when you own a car for like 2-3 years and it's your daily. That's when you really start to get to know the car and its reliability and, you know, its quirks and stuff. But without further ado, I'm going to play kind of cheesy montage of, you know, moments that we've had with my MR2 in the past few years, just kind of as like a final goodbye. I absolutely love those cars. I think at some point in my life, I will definitely have another second gen MR2. It'll probably become a track car, and it'll probably have either a V6 or a V8 in the back. But either way, here's the montage, here's the MR2. We'll see you in a second.
Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. Had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms, this is strong in the world that we made. We still hear
Finally got an opportunity to visit this.
holding on, memories never change.
So it is kind of sad saying goodbye to the car, I'm not gonna lie. It was a bit of an emotional moment when the car actually drove away. But that being said, we're on to bigger and better things, okay, you guys? I feel like a lot of things are changing. So basically, Patrick and I, about a month and a half ago, actually like almost 2 months ago now, we started looking at the auctions in Japan for kind of a replacement car for my car. I wanted something, you know, a little bit bigger, a little bit more practical. The idea with this car will be to drive it down to California again, hopefully Florida, and the south back to Atlanta. I've never been to Florida, so that's why I say Florida. But yeah, we started looking at the auctions, and we found something pretty quickly. But as with most late 90s, late model JDM cars, they are just going up and up in value. So we had to pounce now. But here we go. We'll talk to Patrick, and here's the car. What is it? Oh my God. Yes, you guys, that right there is a 1999 Nissan Skyline R34. Hey Patrick, how's it going?
How's it going?
Thanks again, man.
Is it key?
Yes.
Bit.
Go follow Patrick, you guys. The BC Roll on Instagram. He did a lot of work for me in the process and kind of importing this car and bringing it over to Vancouver, safe and sound and quickly. This is crazy. I mean, I saw the car for the first time not 15 minutes ago. So you guys may be wondering, why would you get rid of the MR2? Well, yeah, it was just time for a change. And like I said, I kind of wanted something that's a little bit more GT car kind of oriented, that you can take on long drives and whatnot, and not, you know, have enough space in the trunk and everything. So I'll give you a quick rundown. It is a 99. As you guys probably know, they made the R34 from 98 to 02. And the GT-t, which this is, has the RB25 Neo under the hood, which is the RB25 you want. Pop the hood. So there she is. That is literally a pretty much bone stock. Actually, it is 100% bone stock RB25 Neo. You can see what you really want to look for, and what Patrick was kind of telling me earlier, is the rust on the top of the strut tower here, which seems to be completely fine and in shape. Now, as we do look around the car, you'll notice like it is a bit of a restoration. I bought this car, I've wanted an R34 GT-t for years and years and years. And I've been driving Skylines for years, and now I don't have to borrow your guys' cars to enjoy a Skyline. Now I have my own, so I'll stop bugging you now. But yeah, it is a bit of a restoration. As you can see, it is factory white. The clear coat, completely gone. It basically needs a new paint job. That'll come with time. Exterior is bone stock factory. The car is 100% bone stock and factory, which is what I wanted. There is a little bit of rust on the trunk, so I definitely need a new trunk at some point. You've got paint gone there. You have, here I am just like showing all the most terrible things in the car. But yeah, factory wheels here. 6-spoke R34 wheels. The rear bumper, that is a factory R34 aero bumper. So basically it was a factory installed kit from Nissan, and that included the rear bumper, these side skirts right here. I've got the GT badge there. And then you have the front bumper. So this one is completely factory except for these. See these fog lights here? Normally the aero bumper would only have these cutouts here for the signals, but this one's been fitted with fogs. In the future, you know, I can change it up a little bit. They're definitely not properly aligned in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the fog's kind of... But absolutely the most important part is that the Neo is in perfectly good condition. And it's factory, and I've got an RB25 in my life. So it did just come off the dock this morning, and I've seen limited photos of the car. If you guys want me to go into detail of like, Marcus, what's the import process like? What should I do? Should I go to some of these local JDM dealerships and just buy a car that's already here? Or should I go through a guy like Patrick or someone else, whoever else you want to, right, to import a JDM car? I'm a little biased. I like to have a little bit more involvement in the process. And I am now the first person to touch this car on North American soil ever, which is kind of cool. It's really cool importing a car from Japan. This is the third car I've imported. But if you guys do want to know a little bit more about the import process I went through with Patrick, please comment down below. This is kind of just a test, you know. This channel is not going to turn into a vlog channel. It's not going to turn into a, hey look, these are my cars and we're just gonna look and modify my cars all day. That's great. I do watch channels like that and I love them, but that's not what Roads Untraveled is. That being said, like I said earlier, over the winter we will see a lot of this car and any mods I do. Now we'll show you the interior. This is where it gets a little bit interesting. Please guys, don't hate me. But we're gonna step inside for a second. Uh-oh. I'm kind of nervous, you guys. What is that? What is that? What did you do? An automatic? Automatic? So please do not shoot me, you guys. I know over the years, all the hashtags on our videos are always like save the manuals. I am a die-hard manual fan and driver. I mean, if you don't drive a manual car, you're really missing out. But here I am, a hypocrite. I literally imported a automatic Skyline. But the important thing to me was that it had the RB25 Neo under the hood, and that it's pretty much bone stock. But obviously we're gonna swap it. Yes, we're gonna swap it like ASAP. Over the winter, that's basically what the content on this Skyline is gonna start out as. We're gonna do the timing belt, water pump, bunch of gaskets, bushings, fix up the trunk a little bit, put new tires on it, and of course, hopefully definitely before next driving season, it will have a manual gearbox swapped into it. So that's the plan, you guys. This is going to be in the garage for at least, or in my possession, it's gonna be mine for at least another 3-4 years. That is the plan, because in 4 or 5 years from now, this will be legal in the United States. And as you guys know, I mean, let's not beat around the bush. All these cars, S15s, R34s, R33s now are just shooting up in value. And when this becomes legal in the States, I mean, I'm just guessing it'll be worth about double as much as it is now. I have no idea. That's not why I bought it. I bought it because it's an R34. It's crazy, it's an R34. I didn't want the 4-door, I got the 2-door. Really had to have the 2-door, but everything else kind of works fine. Has a little bit of a factory tint on the front, and then it's actually got quite a bit of tint in the back. You can see when you import a car, you've got all these markings on. I mean, you guys are literally seeing this car fresh off the dock. It's only driven it hasn't even driven a full kilometer yet on Canadian soil, I don't think. But here, I'll show you the inside here. Factory gauges up here, as you guys would have seen from our recent video, GT-t versus Laurel. That Laurel's actually, that's Patrick that you just saw. That was his Laurel in that video. But here you can see you've got your battery, you've got your oil temp, and then boost right there. And then, in fact, actually the R34 does have Tiptronic with the with the auto, which is pretty cool. Really weird though, because it's basically just up and down. It's not like left and right. Really strange. I have no idea. You know, cars are weird in the 90s. Early Caymans had that too. Really weird setup. I think something like that, or maybe it was like front and back. Either way, Kenwood stereo and all factory HVAC. This is what I love about these cars. They're still very analog, and they feel great, but they're still kind of modern, right? So you've got a toggle button right here, which is actually a switch to activate these. These are not always active. It does have airbags, which the last time I owned a car with airbags was at least 5 years ago. And I've never owned a car with a key fob. This is my first car that I've ever owned with buttons to unlock and lock it. I know, it's crazy. Technology. But yeah, and then you've got a few other things here. You've got active exhaust, which apparently still works. So it's got a valve in the exhaust that works. You've got your fog lights there, and then you've got a headlight leveler up there as well. Okay, so Sid just showed up. What the heck is this? Sid, what did you buy? Sid, What the F? Is this an American car you're driving, dude? Dude, this is blasphemy. It's not European. Dude, that's ridiculous. Dang, man. Okay, so for those of you who don't know Sid very well, I mean, for Sid to rock up an American car in an American car is it's something else. I mean, you had the Parisian, but
more likely than if I roll up in a JDM car.
That's true. That is very true.
I do have a soft spot for American muscles.
Yeah. Oh dang, dude. It's pretty quick. Smooth. Man, okay, so how many new cars are at the shop this week, Sid? Just tell the viewers.
I believe it's 3.
3 new cars this week.
Yes.
1 American, 1 European, and 1 Japanese.
We're just missing,
Shut the fuck
we're
up.
just missing.
Yeah, this thing's great, man. So the plan for this is what? Drift taxi?
Drifto taxi.
All right, you guys, so there you have it. That's my new GT. Not new at all. I mean, it's a 20-plus-year-old car, but it's new to me, and I have wanted an R34 for years now. And now I can stop driving all your Skylines. Well, I won't, but now I actually have my own to daily and to learn, you know, with the RB25. I'm incredibly excited. Please though, comment below, because I know our usual videos are not like this, and our channel, you know, is not gonna go in the vlog direction going forward. But that being said, now with the Skyline here and the borders closed, we can't really go down to California this winter, so we're gonna be stuck inside with this thing. It's gonna be a lot of fun. As you guys can probably tell, I am over the moon. I get to say my Skyline now. It's pretty crazy. So comment below if you like these types of videos and you want to see more of the Skyline and more of the shop here. Look forward to a shop tour we're going to be doing here at Autodromo in Richmond. We're going to check out all of the cars that you see on the lifts here and all throughout the showroom. Cars are constantly coming in and out, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So I figure over the winter especially, to show you guys kind of, you know, an inside look as to what we're doing and what we're driving and what we're working on, it's gonna be pretty cool. So give this video a thumbs up if you like this type of video, and yeah, until next time, R34.